Let me go on to Copenhagen. You know, a deal was struck at during the weekend, basically, so we didn't get to report on it on Friday, and I think it's very important. It is classic Obama. So it looks like we're going to have an impasse. We're not going to have a deal. The developing countries can't agree with the developed countries. Some of the larger economies can't agree among themselves, whether it's Europe, the U.S., China, or India. Europe wants the toughest standards. China and India want the lowest standards. America's not really doing much either way, but just kind of standing there in the middle. But then Obama steps in and said, and this is why it's classic Obama. He says, look, we're going to pull everybody together. He even interrupts a meeting between China, India, and Brazil, which China is pissed about, right? But he says, look, this is the time to pull it together. And he does. And he brings everyone together with a compromise that does almost nothing. Now, I hate to do it, but it is classic Obama. And there is an upside. Because if Obama didn't do it, they might have walked away with absolutely nothing. So I get that. And so there's value in what he did. And he's very good at pulling people together. He's great at it. So you have to give him credit on that side. Now, when you go to what got accomplished, first of all, the rich nations are going to provide $30 billion in emergency climate aid to poor nations over the next 3 years. And they're promising to get to $100 billion in aid by 2020. Now, what does that mean? That means they said, yeah, we know we're still polluting, and we know it's screwing you guys over. Can we just bribe you? And if the bribe is high enough, the developing countries will go, do I want the 30 billion or do I not want the 30 billion? Okay, I'll take the 30 billion. And I'll hush up about all that climate change nonsense. Okay? So that's partly what happened here. Keep it real. And then the other side, again, God, I can just see this is exactly what's happening with financial reform, healthcare reform, et cetera. They reached a non-binding agreement where the developing countries must list what actions they will take to reduce growth in their global warming pollution by specific amounts. So it's non-binding, so they don't have to do it. And they're not even telling you what to do. They're just saying, can you list your pollution? That's exactly what they did in financial reform. We're not banning derivatives. And none of this is binding or anything like that. But can you just please tell us some of the derivatives you trade in? That's the small change, I believe, that Tavis Smiley was talking about. That's the incrementalism that he was talking about. Now, it's good that he pulled some sort of agreement together, right? And I guess it's a tiny step forward. It's not so good that he didn't push for something more substantive and more meaningful. Look, to get a little bit more into the detail here, China and India didn't want to report their pollution at all. So the fact that they agreed to that is a good step. It is, right? But if he had pushed harder, and part of pushing harder is saying, hey, you know what? We're going to step up. The United States is going to step up, and we're going to do these changes. So now China, India, Brazil, et cetera, can you come along with us in doing those changes? Well, that would have been, in my opinion, the better way to go, the stronger way to go, and I hope the more effective way to go. So classic Obama compromise, and guess what's happened as a reaction to it? After the news came out on exactly what happened, Obama fever across the world, well, we got some climate change on that too. The European newspapers and media in general are like, oh, this is what Obama's about. Yes, everybody gets together, comes up with some sort of agreement, everybody's all smiles, it looks like we did something, but when you look at it on paper, what do we really do? Not much. And so all of a sudden, Obama popularity taking a little schwang-wang-wang hit. So we'll see. Now, look, and new polls across the world, et cetera, have not come out, but at least the media across the world did not treat this as a win for Obama, to put it mildly.